Professor Mary Brown Hanachi of the Music Department.
Please remain standing. And join the Westfield State University Wind Symphony under the direction of Professor Karen Lavoie and Benjamin A. Twyford of the class of 2012 in the singing of our national anthem. Benjamin returned to Western Massachusetts 6 years ago after interrupting his music studies in North Carolina for work and family reasons. 4 years ago, he came to Westfield State University to complete his music education degree. His major instrument is trumpet.
Oh, say, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we walked, so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us the star-spangled banner yet wave. O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mark Serrano, Dean of Undergraduate Studies.
Good afternoon. Welcome to you all. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. Evan Dobell. Since coming to Westfield in January of 2008, President Dobell has attracted local, regional, statewide, and national attention. What a visionary leader he has been for our university, and how much he has achieved during his short tenure. Outstanding academic and international programs, award-winning athletics, internships, service projects, a calendar of first-class events, an amazing Commonwealth Honors Program, and an exciting $100 million master plan that includes a new academic building, a wellness center, and a new 410-bed residence hall. Together with our fine faculty, staff, student body, and alumni, President Dobell has forged a sparkling future for our learning community, both within and beyond our campus borders. One expert describes leadership as the ability to rally others to do more than they thought they could, to think more imaginatively than they ever have, and to work together for a common set of goals and values. President Dobell is just that kind of university leader who challenges us all to imagine great things and to carry forth our rich legacy of scholarship and service. Ladies and gentlemen, the 19th president of Westfield State College and the first president of Westfield State University, Evan Dobell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the great city of Springfield, Massachusetts, one of the great communities in our country. And on behalf of our students, if the students would do me the favor of rising and allow me to acknowledge and to introduce the distinguished faculty of Westfield State University. If the faculty would rise, and the students. while the faculty sit, will the students remain and thank everyone else who brought you to this day, your parents, your friends, your family, your brothers, your sisters, your grandparents, your partners, ladies and gentlemen, our great audience, the great family of Westfield State. Thank you for the students. It's wonderful to be with you on an historic occasion, commencement exercises for the 173rd graduating class of Westfield State. I am so proud of this great institution, founded in 1838 by Horace Mann as the first public institution of higher learning in America, without any barrier to gender or race or economic class. And I am equally proud of our thriving learning community comprised of our graduating seniors, as well as our junior, sophomore, and first-year classes, our fine faculty and administrators, our wonderfully able staff. You all deserve our gratitude for making it such a pleasure to come to work every day. I also wish to acknowledge our dedicated trustees, whose direction and guidance continue to help make Westfield State the crown jewel of the Massachusetts State University system. Let me introduce them to you, and if they would rise as I introduce them. The chair of the board at Westfield State, president and CEO of the global engineering, design, and distribution firm, Specialty Bolt and Screw, from the class of 1970, Kevin R. Queenan. The Vice Chair of the Board, the Chief Administrative Officer of the Massachusetts State Police from Franklin, Massachusetts, from the class of 1979, John F. Flynn III, Esquire. From Westfield, Massachusetts, in the classes of both 1971 and 1975, the retired principal of the Litwin School in Chicopee, Massachusetts, Dr. Sylvia Abar. From Hartford, Connecticut, attorney and financial consultant, principal of Ford Berry Associates, Crystal Ford Berry. President and owner of High Tech Window and Siding, from Methuen, Massachusetts, William P. Chase II, class of 1991. From the class of 1973, the distinguished First Justice of the Suffolk County Juvenile Court of Massachusetts in Boston, the Honorable Judge Terry M. Craven. From the class of 1976 from Worcester, a former member elected of the Massachusetts Governor's Council, former colonel of the Massachusetts State Police. We see him now every morning and every evening on television with his newly acclaimed book, Most Wanted, Pursuing Whitey Bulger, the Murderous Mob Chief and the FBI Secretly Protected, the Honorable Thomas J. Foley. And from Charlton, Massachusetts, our student trustee graduating today, summa cum laude, Ryan F. Mearsman. And if you would join me in just a moment of silence, members of our family who passed away this academic year, we remember Nancy Kavanaugh, graduate student, class of 2012, Professor Emeritus Dr. Ed Abar, Maintainer 3, Ray Devlin, and Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters recipient and distinguished and great philanthropist to this institution, Albert First. If you will, a moment, please. I thank you for that, and remind many of you, I think as all of you probably do know, today marks the 65th celebration of Armed Forces Day in America. President Dwight Eisenhower said it best, "It is fitting and proper," he said, "to pay special tribute to those whose constancy and courage constitute one of the bulwarks guarding the freedom of this nation and the peace of the free world." How proud we are that Westfield State University has been selected for the second straight year as one of America's top military-friendly colleges and universities by Military Advanced Education magazine. To all our men and women in uniform, we all thank you for being there for all of us. A rousing round of applause for Westfield State's dedicated women and men of our armed forces. And now, let this historic celebration begin.
Representing the faculty is Professor Ted Welsh of the Mathematics Department.
Welcome graduates, family, friends, campus colleagues, distinguished guests. I love this part of my job. I love my job, really, but this has got to be the best part. We're here today to celebrate with our graduates their amazing accomplishments and to encourage them as they take their next steps. Let me start by joining our Student Government Association in recognizing the following 5 professors chosen by our students as their favorite professor. Sandy Berkowitz, Maddie Cahill, John Paulman, David Smales, and Jack Speiler. Congratulations, colleagues, you guys rock. And how about this incredibly talented, accomplished, and wonderful class of graduates? Every year I have taught here at Westfield State, I have been blown away by how much smarter and hardworking each class is than the previous one. I'm frankly astounded. So naturally, this means, graduates, that you are the finest class Westfield State has ever graduated. The bad news, the class of 2013, the class of 2014, it's just going to keep going up. You know, that's a great problem to have. We are building on your greatness. Because of you, those who come after you will be able to do even greater things. This is an incredible story, a story of what we can do when we work together, a story of the public good. Kind of like Batman. But we are real, no offense to Mr. Uslan, and the good we do here in Massachusetts is beyond measure. Of course, what we do costs money. Who pays? According to data the New York Times published just 1 week ago, the average debt of our Westfield State graduates has been increasing by 10%, or more than $1,500 every year, except for the last year for which they have data, that's 2010, when it jumped $2,500. And for the first time, total debt topped $21,000. That was average. That is a heck of a weight to have to carry. And we can do better than this. Westfield State's new strategic plan for the next 5 years calls for increased student support, and in particular, increased financial assistance. As a Commonwealth, all of us, we cannot afford to jeopardize our future graduates and their ability to do amazing work for our public good. As a Commonwealth, we must, all of us, stand behind our fine public higher education system and fund it at healthy levels so we are accessible to the entire state and that our graduates can serve the public good rather than service their debt. So graduates, as you go on tonight, tomorrow, and through the coming years, I'm going to ask you to do more than just remember us. I'm going to ask you to help those future classes outshine you. Come back for career events. Give to the foundation. Join the Public Higher Education Network of Massachusetts, or PHENOM. Visit your legislators. Tell them, show them what amazing things are happening at Westfield State. Inspire them with our dreams so that we may change the current picture. Your younger siblings, your friends, future students, even dare I say it, your children, will all thank you when they come through Westfield State's doors, not just for what you did when you were here, but for what you have done since then. When you come back for their graduation, you will be full of pride, not only for their accomplishments, but also because they are standing on your shoulders. On behalf of the faculty, I congratulate you, class of 2012, and I charge you to create our brightest future possible.
Thank you, Professor Welsh. Bringing greetings from the United States House of Representatives is Westfield's new representative, the Honorable Richard Neal of the reapportioned 2nd Congressional District, which now includes Westfield. We are particularly pleased to have Congressman Neal with us today. For his esteemed career as a thoughtful legislator and wise mediator, Westfield State presented an honorary Doctor of Public Service degree to him in 2008. Its citation bears repeating. Mayor of Springfield, United States Congressman, you represent your constituents with passion, pragmatism, and optimism. Catalyst in ways and means, seeker of solutions, your influence spans the globe as champion of education, working families, and peace for Ireland. Please welcome the Honorable Richard Neal.
Thanks, Marcia, very much. You probably don't recall, but Marcia Murata was a young reporter when I was a young elected official, and I wish that you wrote those things when I was coming along. President Dobell, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, and graduates, you know of my warmest personal and highest professional regard for the visionary leadership that Evan Dobell has brought to Westfield, and you can see it across the campus as I recently visited. But I thought in just a couple of quick moments here that my message would go like this. You're all children of the internet. You're all children of the information age. There's more information available to us today than there ever has been in the history of man and womankind. More information some days than we can digest or ever hope to discern. But there's a lot of misinformation that confirms some of our innate biases. In fact, one of the things that the internet has done for all of us, it's brought us to a factual free-for-all. My pal, the late Senator Pat Moynihan, used to say, we were all entitled to our own set of opinions. What we're not entitled to are our own set of facts. Our opinions can sometimes be immediate, instant, and wrong. How many times in our own lives have we reflected upon a decision that we made or comments that we've offered to stand in front of a mirror a brief time later and say, how could I have said that? How could I have done that? Or how could I have thought that? Use the foundation of learning that you've achieved here at this remarkable university to seek light, to pursue the truth, and use facts that will improve the civil discourse in America, which we would all agree has become shabby. The last suggestion, there's nothing wrong with using complete sentences. There's nothing wrong with finishing paragraphs. And there is nothing wrong with flipping the pages of a daily newspaper so that we all might suggest that there are common problems, and if we're not all talking about the same things, it's difficult to find common solutions. Congratulations from the United States of America.
Thank you, Congressman Neal. Bringing greetings on behalf of the State Senate is the Honorable Michael Knapik.
Thank you and good afternoon, and I'm honored to extend to you the greetings of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Great and General Court, and the Massachusetts State Senate. And to the Westfield State University class of 2012, a special congratulations to you on your tremendous achievement, and a special thanks to your families for all of their support and all of their sacrifice. Let me also acknowledge and thank President Evan Dobell, Trustee President Kevin Queenan, and the members of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, librarians of Westfield State, for all of your efforts in leading these young and not so young graduates to this special day. I also want to extend the greetings and well wishes of the Mayor of the City of Westfield, Dan Knappich, who is not able to be with us this afternoon, because I know he would also commend each and every one of you on this great milestone. And on behalf of our fine community, let me thank all of you in the greater Westfield State family for all of the help, assistance, and comfort during our times of need in the past year. From the tornado, the hurricane, and the October snowstorm, you have all made your presence known to our city in so many important ways. And you've also introduced the 42,000 residents of Westfield to our new favorite restaurant in town, Tim and Jean's. And thank you, graduates, for your spirit of volunteerism and service to the citizens of Westfield. From your work in our schools, Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, the Kiwanis, the courts, the human service organizations, city and state government, you have all contributed greatly to the progress of our hometown. And as you leave Westfield, I hope you will hold dear your experiences at Westfield State University and the knowledge you have gained. I know you will have many people to thank who have helped you on this part of your life's journey. And as one of the student leaders commented recently, you've been provided a great opportunity with your education at Westfield State University. I know you will make the most of it. Congratulations on a job well done, and best wishes for a future of success and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Knappich. Bringing greetings on behalf of the State House of Representatives and an alumni of the class of 1989, the Honorable Donald Humison, Jr.
Thank you. President Dobell, trustees, faculty, staff, librarians, and administrators, distinguished members of the Platform Party, parents, grandparents, and especially students of the Westfield State University class of 2012, good afternoon and congratulations. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to join with you this day of great celebration, great achievement, and the culmination of years of your dedication and hard work. I'm honored to bring the greetings and offer the congratulations of the Massachusetts House of Representatives and the Great and General Court. As a proud graduate of Westfield State, the class of 1989, it gives me tremendous pride and tremendous satisfaction to represent Westfield and Westfield State University. 23 years ago, I graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice. And I'd just like to tip a hat at one of my favorite professors who's here today, Professor Vic Oscalillo. You did a good job, Vic. Like all of you graduates today, Westfield State is my alma mater. So allow me to welcome you to the Alumni Association. Like you, Westfield State University is more than just a place where I earned my degree and began my life's education. Westfield State is special. It's like family. It's like home. I met my wife, Janice Tracy, class of '89, while we were there as students. We didn't start dating when we were students, but we met working on our 10-year class reunion in 1999. And in 2006, we were married. I know it took me a little while. She reminds me of that all the time. Last August, we had a baby boy, a son named Quinn, and he's already been on campus. In fact, President Dobell was kind enough to send him a little Westfield State future alumni onesie. It's really cute. He doesn't fit in it anymore, so if you've got a one-year onesie, that would be great. We'd love that. Janice and I even brought Quinn to homecoming last year. And if you'll remember homecoming, that's the homecoming in October where we got a foot of snow. Some of you will remember that we lost power for a week. And like Senator Knappich, I'd like to offer my thanks and appreciation to the members of the Westfield State campus community who opened their doors to all of us and welcomed us in. Westfield State set up an emergency shelter at Juniper Park School. It opened the dining commons around the clock for cold, hungry neighbors or for people who just needed a place to charge their cell phones and recharge their own batteries. On behalf of my constituents, on behalf of myself and my family, I want to thank all of you in the Westfield State community for being such good and hospitable neighbors to all of us in our hours of need. Seniors, you have a lot to be proud of, and I have no doubt after this past year of weather that you're ready for anything that life has to throw at you. Congratulations to your professors, to your family, and to yourself. Congratulations, class of 2012. Enjoy this day. You've earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Humison. Representing the alumni is Paul Nesbitt, class of 1984 and president of the Alumni Association.
Good afternoon. On behalf of 34,000 alumni of Westfield State, it is my privilege to greet you this afternoon. Sitting to my right, we are also pleased and honored to welcome the Golden Owl class of 1962. And they are standing for us right now. We also have with us this afternoon members of the class of 1952 and the class of 1953. So they have already stood and have been recognized as well. To the class of 2012, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you as the newest members of our Alumni Association. I don't know if 34,000 people can be called an elite group, but I certainly like to think that we are. Please know that with that membership comes a great amount of responsibility. We have a great history of leadership and responsibility as members of our Alumni Association. Again, congratulations and best wishes to all members of the class of 2012. Thank you.
Thank you, Alumni President Nesbitt. Representing the class of 2012 is its president, Megan McDonald.
Thank you, Dr. Murata. Before I start, I want to give a very special thank you to our great faculty, staff, and administration, and especially President Dobell, who has been there for us throughout all of our journeys the past 4 years, hearing our concerns, supporting our needs, inspiring us with words, making it possible for us to study abroad, and explore the multicultural wonders of the world, cheering on our OWL champions, socializing at our events, and of course, flipping pancakes at midnight and piling on the bacon. Thank you, President Dobell. Graduating class of 2012, I stand here before you as your class president, elected by my peers, and I can say that I am so honored to be giving a speech to you today. Many of you sit here with mixed emotions. Some of you may be excited, anxious, scared, enthusiastic, concerned, tired, elated, even relieved. Whatever your emotion is, you are all here today. You have all reached a very special milestone. The piece of paper that you are receiving today is a symbol of your hard work and sleepless nights. It represents your dedication, whether your journey was over 4 years or 10. After today, you'll be a graduate of Westfield State University. And after today, you will hopefully be prepared to step into the next phase of your life. This university offers so much to students, more than what is in our catalogs, on our website, or on our billboards. You will be leaving here with a degree, knowledge, and new skills in your field, and most importantly, experience, relationships, memories of good and bad days that can brighten your days ahead, things that cannot be taken away from you. Yes, memories may be intangible and may not always give you the answers you seek, but when you wake up in the morning, you can still remember the lazy Sunday days on the green, the study sessions in Ely, or the nights you watched an entire season of Friends, Law & Order, or Jersey Shore. No matter what you say or do or know, this university, whether it's been here for one semester or your entire college education, is part of who you are. When you leave this place, it is not the end of your journey, but a stepping stone to your future. After today, some of you already might have jobs in your field, maybe going straight to grad school, or maybe traveling. Each of you will be stepping into a phase of your life with unsuspected twists, turns, and challenges that you never could have anticipated or thought possible. As Steve Jobs once said, your job is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you have not found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it, and like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years go on. This might be comical to some of you because you aren't entirely sure where you're going after today. Maybe you decide to change your path completely, join the Peace Corps, go to law school. But with each chess piece you move, somehow it will all work out. Westfield is so unique. It creates a foundation to become the person you've always envisioned for yourself. With the most amazing faculty, staff, and administration, it is no wonder that our graduates have such a record of success in the fields that they have chosen, including scholars, athletes, and world travelers, leaders who are quiet, outspoken, caring, and even selfless. As many of you have probably been told recently, it unfortunately does not get easier after today. Once you leave these doors, it isn't as simple as you might have thought. Both you and I know that finding a job may be a struggle, but I am hopeful that with what you've received from your Westfield State education, you will find your place in the world and succeed. There will be hurdles along the way. They may be in your careers, in your families, or within yourselves. But it is how you face the challenges that will dictate how you are viewed. This commencement could be the pinnacle moment in your life, a moment that could alter everything, and maybe this is your moment. Despite the hardships that you may have had, the bumps in the road, mishaps, and struggles that you could have faced, you are still moving forward and you're here today. This could be the moment to leave with a new aspiration. As I said before, Westfield State University is more than academics. It is more than any club or organization, more than the buildings or the campus green. Not just what you see on the surface, but the intangibles, the things that you can't necessarily describe, like love. You don't see or touch love, but you feel it. And I hope that my love for this university runs as deep for you as it does for me. Westfield State is a community. It is a family. It is a grand idea. It is everything that it should be and more, and you are about to be part of its history. In a few minutes, you will be walking upon the stage to be officially proclaimed a graduate of Westfield State University. Take it all in, hear the congratulatory applause, and smile, because you deserve to feel a sense of pride yourself. Your parents, sisters, and brothers, aunts, and uncles, grandparents, and guardians, and friends sit here today because they are so proud of you. Because whether you are the first in your family to graduate or continuing your family's legacy, you are one step closer to reaching your dreams. And as I say this, I think of where your future will bring. In 5, 10, even 20 years, it is my hope to hear the success of this class. Teachers, doctors, police officers, counselors, lawyers, mothers, fathers, leaders. This is my hope. I have no doubt with even hiccups in the road, tomorrow, next year, unexpectedly, you will succeed. Here's some food for thought from a great blog by 25-year-old writer Ryan O'Connell of New York. And I quote, "We're not stuck. Even if it feels that we're stuck, it's not true. We're the opposite of stuck. At 20-somethings, we're constantly moving, apartments, relationships, cities, jobs. They want to hear what you have to say. They are looking at you, and they are curious about what words are going to be coming out of your mouth. You are the new generation. What do you have to say? Because don't bite your tongue, because one day you will be pushed aside for a younger, fresher perspective. So you better get it out now. Make your mark, make something." To my fellow classmates, in the fast-paced world we live in, with Facebook, Twitter, text messages, FaceTime, things I've never even heard of, we lose track of what's right in front of us. When I look back over my 4 years, frankly, it is a blur. A blur of amazing adventures, travel, laughter, and sleepless nights. When it is my time to leave this place, it will be monumental. A place that I have called home for 4 years. Many of you may be seeing me for the very first time. Some of you have had lunch with me or seen me on the campus screen, and few of you have been my closest friends, shared nights of laughter and tears along my side, and have touched me deeply. To the dear friends of mine, I say thank you. You are so appreciated. And on your behalf, I hope that you will allow me to publicly thank all of those who have heard your journey, for you have grown and changed as well. To the teachers, mentors, friends, and family of my fellow classmates, I say thank you very much. Please know how appreciated each of you are. Graduating class of 2012, take the memories of your Westfield State experience and let the memories warm your days ahead, inform your future actions, and help you embark on the next phase of your life. Set your goals high, work hard, and reach new heights. Make all of us who are already proud of you even prouder. I thank you for having me here today. Congratulations on all your success, and good luck with your future endeavors. Thank you.
Megan, thank you for your time at Westfield and for your leadership. I appreciate Kevin Queening, the chair of our board, joining me on the podium. In addition, this afternoon to conferring our baccalaureate degrees, Westfield State University is recognizing 4 individuals distinguished by exceptional achievements and influence in their fields. Each represents the spirit of critical, creative thinking and social responsibility that reflects the mission of Westfield State. You may read their entire biographies in your program. May I call first to the podium, Eleanor Irene Roloffs-Clift. Eleanor Clift is one of the most respected members of the media working today. Contributor to Newsweek magazine and the Daily Beast website, she is also a regular panelist on the syndicated talk show, The McLaughlin Group, a best-selling author, former Newsweek White House correspondent, who also served as its congressional and political correspondent for 6 years and has covered every presidential campaign since 1976. Her writing provides us an excellent insider's look at the workings of Washington, its political system of governments. You may enjoy her book, Founding Sisters, her account of the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. And 2 Weeks of Life, a memoir of love, death, and politics in which she movingly recounts the loss of her husband and examines the way we deal with dying in America. Recently, she co-authored the first in a series of books for high school seniors and college first-year students in which she clearly delineates the important and sometimes disillusioning process whereby we elect the President of our United States. It's an amazing feat, and allow me to read the honorary doctorate degree. Eleanor Irene Roloffs-Clift, combining the determination of a founding sister with the verbal vigor of a member of the McLaughlin Group, the skill of a Newsweek editor, and the compassion of a loving wife and caretaker, you inspire important discourse and debate on the issues of the day. With grace, courage, and humanity, you enhance our understanding of Washington politics, health care, and the role of women in media and government. And therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees and President that your achievements and contributions as an exceptional journalist, author, political analyst, and pundit deserve recognition by the Academy, hereby awarding the degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, in Westfield at the Commonwealth of Massachusetts this 19th day of May, 2012.
By the power vested in me as chair,
The Westfield State University Board of Trustees hereby grant you, Eleanor Irene Roloffs Cliff, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Would Stephen Grossman please come to the podium? The State Treasurer and Receiver General of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Stephen Grossman brings a family heritage of public service and years of experience as a hardworking businessman to his current role as Massachusetts State Treasurer and Receiver General. A graduate of Princeton University and the Harvard Business School, Steve joined his father and uncle in their over 102-year-old fourth-generation envelope business and transformed it into the Grossman Marketing Group, and as its CEO grew the company's revenues eightfold. Elected our state treasurer in 2008, he works tirelessly on behalf of each and every one of us as citizens, employees, employers, small and large businesses, and not-for-profit organizations. The honorary doctorate reads, Stephen Grossman. Stephen Grossman, exercising uncommon acumen and commitment, you have led a successful global business from Boston. You've chaired the National Democratic Party in Washington, the Board of Trustees at Brandeis University, the American Israel Political Action Committee advocating for peace in the Middle East. As the exceptional Treasurer and Receiver General of the Commonwealth, you oversee state investments, state contracts, budgets, and the lottery, while continuing to be engaged with numerous local charitable organizations. With community service as your bottom line, you ensure that maybe one day we will all hold the winning ticket. And therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees and President that your achievements and contributions as a visionary businessman, extraordinary citizen, philanthropist, and public servant deserve recognition by the Academy, hereby awarding the degree of public service honoris causa with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, this 19th day of May, 2012. Chairman Queenan.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State University Board of Trustees hereby grant you, Stephen Grossman, the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
Would Stephen Joel Trachtenberg please come to the podium? Our commencement speaker 2 nights ago at our graduation of our graduate programs, we heard the wit and wisdom of Steve Trachtenberg. For nearly 4 decades, he has been one of America's most dynamic leaders in higher education. A native of Brooklyn, New York, he rose from a modest background to graduate from Columbia University Phi Beta Kappa, earned his Doctor of Juris degree from Yale University and a Master's of Public Administration from Harvard's John F. Kennedy School of Government. Dean of Liberal Arts and Vice President of Boston University, President of the University of Hartford for 11 years, and the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. for 19 years, where the School of Public Policy and Public Administration is named now in his honor. He has informed, he has challenged, and he's inspired generations of students, teachers, administrators, and public policy makers. President Emeritus Trachtenberg is also the author of 6 outstanding books, including one of my favorites, Big Man on Campus, A University President Speaks Out on Higher Education. He has written numerous articles and op-ed pieces and is a much sought-after lecturer and media consultant. At the graduate commencement, he offered the words that will long be remembered by the class of 2012. When you come to that fork in the road, take it. The honorary doctorate we are awarding him today reads, Stephen Joel Trachtenberg. generous and authentic mentor of generations of university leaders. You speak out with down-to-earth wit and wisdom, sharing the experiences of a public life well lived. Significantly shaping the future of American higher education, you create a virtual mosaic of dynamic ideas and bold initiatives that reflect your visionary pursuit of academic excellence, vibrant community engagement, and the strong personal relationships that empower faculty, researchers, and students. And therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees and the President that your achievements and contributions as a transformative statesman of higher education deserve recognition by the Academy, hereby awarding the Doctor of Public Service honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts this 19th day of May, 2012.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State University Board of Trustees hereby grant you, Stephen Joel Trachtenberg, the degree of Doctor of Public Service honoris causa.
Will Michael Elliott Uslan please come to the podium? This year's commencement speaker, Michael Uslan, followed his childhood passion and in the process created one of the most recognizable pop culture icons of all time. Michael is the originator and executive producer of the Batman film franchise, including the second highest grossing film of all time, the second highest grossing film of all time, The Dark Knight, in this summer's much anticipated blockbuster, The Dark Knight Rises. But he's also produced the Emmy Award-winning TV series, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? And several television movies, including the PBS series Three Sovereigns for Sarah, based on the Salem witch trials. A noted authority on comic book history, he has written a dozen books on the subject, as well as a syndicated comic strip, Terry and the Pirates, the critically acclaimed revival of The Shadow, and the surprising comic book series Archie Gets Married, which I wasn't crazy about. Critics have hailed his recent memoir, The Boy Who Loved Batman, as a terrific read and inspiring recounting of how figuratively and literally he brought comic books to academia with class and brought Batman to Hollywood with the same sort of integrity. An academic, Michael holds a bachelor's degree in history, a Master of Science in Urban Education, and his Doctor of Jurisprudence from Indiana University. His honorary doctorate reads, Michael Elliott Uslan, with humanity, integrity, and the tenacity of the Cape Crusader himself, you have made a mighty difference by doing what you love and taking your dreams down the road less traveled. Journeying from the wilds of Gotham City to the spectacular hills of Hollywood, while spinning tales of the Dark Knight, Archie Andrews, Carmen Sandiego, and the fantastic world of villains and superheroes, you transform the pop culture landscape with an amazing career of distinction. Therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees and President that your achievements and contributions as an inspiring Bat Crusader, producer and writer deserve recognition by the Academy, hereby awarding the degree of Doctor of Arts honoris causa with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts this 19th day of May, 2012.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State University Board of Trustees hereby grant you, Michael Elliott Uslan, the degree of Doctor of Arts honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, if they would rise, the recipients of our honorary doctoral degrees this afternoon. I now invite Dr. Uslan to address the class of 2012.
Hey everybody. Doesn't this black cape look wonderful? Would have looked a lot cooler if it came with a black cowl with black pointy ears on top. But you know, being here today reminds me of my own college graduation. That was a time when I was sitting out there where you're sitting today, and we had a speaker who was a major hotshot on Wall Street, who read this wonderful prepared speech about how important it is to be successful at your first job. Now, the problem was back then for me and most of my friends, we didn't have a job lined up the day we graduated from college. We didn't even have the prospect of a job. So rather than read you a speech about success, I thought I would just try to talk to you straight from the heart about dreams. How do you make your dreams come true? What happens when you leave here today? How do you make your dreams come true? Well, my dreams as a kid, as the definitive comic book nerd, was to one day write Batman comics and to one day show the world what the dark and serious Batman looks like. Bring him to the silver screen in a way that represents how he was created in 1939 as a dark, serious creature of the night stalking criminals from the shadows. But what do you do when you're a blue-collar kid from Jersey? My dad was a mason. My mom was a bookkeeper. I didn't come from money. I couldn't buy my way into Hollywood. I didn't know anyone in Hollywood. I didn't have any relatives in Hollywood. So how do you get there from here? How do you make your dreams come true? Well, I told you I was a typical comic book nerd. My mom said I learned actually how to read from comics before I was 4 years old. By the time I graduated high school, I had a collection of over 30,000 comic books dating back to 1936. And I'll tell you, from the first day we moved into our house, my dad could not get his car into the garage. Instead, he built me shelves around 3 walls of the garage, floor to ceiling, and when I filled those up, we filled up the entire garage. I needed to get my foot in the door, and my first opportunity came in college. Back in the early 70s, when I went to school, my university had what they were calling an experimental curriculum department. This was an answer to the days when, well, I really shouldn't talk about those experimental days. So they offered this possibility. If you had an idea for a course in college that had never been taught before and could get the backing of a department on campus, you had the right to appear before a panel of deans and professors and pitch it. If they accepted it, you would be able to teach it on campus. Now, I was a junior, and I said, this is great. I'm going to become the world's first college professor of comic books. So I designed a course that comic books are a legitimate American art form, and that comic books are our modern day folklore. It's contemporary mythology. The ancient gods of Greece, Rome, and Egypt still exist, only today they wear spandex and capes. And if you don't believe me, the Greeks called him Hermes, the Romans called him Mercury, I call him the Flash. Well, the folklore department backed me on this. They said I was right, and so I walked into this office. It was a conference room, very dark mahogany. The dean was at the end of the table. Professors were all around him. My hair's down to my shoulders. I'm wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt. I got a bunch of Superman comic books under my arm. He takes one look at me and says, so you're the fellow who wants to teach a course on funny books at my university? I knew I was in deep trouble. I go into the first pitch of my life. He cuts me off in 2 minutes. He said, Mr. Uslan, stop. I reject this. Come on, I read comic books when I was a kid. I read every issue of Superman I could get my hands on. But all comic books are cheap entertainment for children. Nothing more, nothing less. I reject your theory. Now, I could have walked out of that room at that moment, but there are life-changing moments. And instead, figuring I had nothing to lose, I stood my ground and I said, Dean, can I just ask you 2 questions? He said, ask me anything you'd like. I said, are you familiar with the story of Moses? And he looked at me like I was nuts and said, well, yeah, so? I said, very briefly, Dean, could you just summarize the story of Moses for me? And he folded his arms and said, Mr. Uslan, I don't know what game you're playing here, but I'll play this with you. The Hebrew people were being persecuted. Their firstborn were being slain. So a Hebrew couple placed their infant son in a little wicker basket, sent him down the river Nile. There he's discovered by an Egyptian family who raised him as their own son. When he grew up and learned of his true heritage, I said, stop. Dean, thank you so much. You said you read Superman when you were a kid. By any chance you remember the origin of Superman? He goes, well, sure. The planet Krypton was about to blow up. A scientist and his wife placed their infant son in a little rocket ship and sent him to Earth. There he's discovered by the Kents, who raise him as their own son. And then he stops, stares at me for what I swear was an eternity, and says, your course is accredited. Okay, I'm now the world's first college professor of comic books. I'm walking back to my apartment off campus, and all of a sudden I hear my mom inside my head going, Michael, you could have the greatest creative ideas in the world, but if you don't market yourself, if you don't market your ideas, nobody's going to know about them. So I picked up a phone, I called United Press International, and got a reporter on the phone. I started to scream at this man. I said, what's wrong with you? This is terrible. You're not doing your job. You're supposed to be the watchdogs of society. He said, slow down. What are you talking about? I said, I hear there's a course at Indiana being taught on comic books. Are you telling me as a taxpayer in this state they're using my money to teach our kids funny books? This has got to be a communist plot to subvert the youth of America, and I hung up the phone. 3 days later, he tracked me down. He did an interview. It was picked up by every newspaper practically in North America, all over Europe. My phone started to ring. I was invited on radio and TV talk shows. I never once taught a class that wasn't filled with reporters and cameras. NBC Nightly News, the CBS Evening News. There was one day I had 4 reporters in the front of my classroom, and it was one from Family Weekly magazine, one was from Parade magazine, another was from Playboy, and another one was from Penthouse. This just appealed to everybody for some reason. 2 weeks goes by, my phone rings. Is this Mike Uslan? Yes. Hiya, Mike, this is Stan Lee from Marvel Comics in New York City. I call this my burning bush moment. For those of you who are uninitiated, Stan Lee is the co-creator of the whole pantheon of Marvel superheroes, the Avengers, Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, the Silver Surfer, Iron Man, and the X-Men, and the list goes on and on. He said, Mike, everywhere I look, I'm reading about you in the newspapers. I see you on TV. What you're doing is great for the whole comic book industry. How can I help you? 2 hours later, I get a similar call from the president of DC Comics. And he says, what you're doing is great for the whole industry. We'd like to fly you to New York and discuss ways we can work together. I'm now in New York. They offer me a job. I happen to be in the office one summer at the end of a day, and I hear screaming coming from one of the comic book editor's rooms down the hall. I went in, I said, are you okay? He says, I'm not okay. I'm editing a comic book about the Shadow, and there's a script due tomorrow. I don't have a script. I don't even have an idea for a script. I said, I have an idea for a Shadow script. He said, you do? I didn't. But so what? It's all about looking for the opening in the door and getting your foot in the door. So he says, come on in. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to make up a story as I go along. He's desperate. Finally, he says, can you have this script on my desk at 6 o'clock tomorrow? I said, no problem. He says, go do it. I'm now a writer for DC Comics. 2 weeks later, walking down the hall is the editor of Batman Comics, a real tough, rough editor. He looks at me and he goes, hey, kid, I read your Shadow script. I said, you did? He goes, yeah. It didn't stink. I go, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. He goes, how'd you like to take a shot at writing Batman? A dream I had since I was 8 years old came to fruition. Batman, my favorite superhero of all time. Why? Why not Superman or Spider-Man or the Hulk? Because Batman had no superpowers. His greatest power is his humanity, and I could so identify with that. And I'll tell you, when I was 8 years old, in my heart of hearts, I did believe that if I worked out real hard, and if I studied real hard, and if my pop bought me a cool car, I could be this guy. So I'm writing Batman comics. I'm still in school, and then I panicked. Oh my God, this dream I had since I was 8 is gone. I need a new dream. What's it gonna be? And I remembered back to the night in January '66 when the Batman TV show came on the air, and I made a little vow that night, just like Bruce Wayne did when he saw his parents murdered before his eyes. And realizing that one person can make a difference in this world, he sacrificed his childhood and said, I'm going to get the guy who did this, I'm going to get all the bad guys, even if I have to walk through hell for the rest of my life in order to do it. Well, my parents were safe in the kitchen upstairs, but I still made my vow. People were laughing at Batman when they saw the pot-bellied funny guy with the pow zaps and the whams. I said, I will show the world what the true, dark, and serious Batman looks like the way his creators created him. I will find a way to eliminate from the collective consciousness of the world culture these three little words, pow, zap, and wham. But how do you do it? I sent out 372 resumes in my senior year of college to try to get a creative job in the motion picture industry. I got 2 positive responses. One was a job for $95 in the mailroom of a major talent agency in New York. One was a job for $95 in LA going for coffee and doing Xeroxing. I went to law school. Plan B. Always have a plan B. Life takes too many twists and turns. And have a plan C if you can. And a plan D. My plan B was if I could take every course in law school having something to do with communications or entertainment, maybe I can get a job in the movie business on that side, meet everybody, learn how you finance and produce movies, and then when no one's looking, sneak in the back door onto the creative side. Plan B worked for me. I got out of law school, went to work for United Artists, a major motion picture studio at the time. I said, I'm going to do this for no more than 4 years. At the end of 4 years, as if it was graduate school, then I'm going to quit. I will not be trapped for the rest of my life being a lawyer, making out wills or divorces. 4 years from now, will either be writing and producing movies and TV, or I'll be delivering pizza for Domino's, but I will not be a lawyer for the rest of my life. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta try. Because the worst thing that could ever happen to me was for me to come back today and tell all of you, hey, I could have been, I could have done, and it would have been even worse if I had to say that to my kids. So, I learned what I could, and then I went back to the president of DC Comics, raised some money, and I bought the rights to Batman from DC Comics. That was 1979. I quit my job. My wife and I both agreed it was time. Sometimes in life you have to take calculated risks and roll the dice. Figuring I had a 51% chance of success with Batman in my back pocket, I quit my job, went to Hollywood. How could they not see that there's going to be great sequels and animation and games and toys? I was turned down by every single studio in Hollywood. I was told it was the worst idea they ever heard. Michael, you're crazy. You can't do serious comic book movies. Michael, you're nuts. You can't do dark superheroes. And for God's sake, you cannot make a movie out of an old television series. It's never been done. 10 years went by. It took 10 years from that point in time till we got the first dark and serious Batman movie done. And I'll tell you something right now, when everyone tells you you're lousy and your work is lousy and your ideas are lousy, you have to take a deep look inside you and say, is everybody right and am I wrong? Or do I so believe in myself, do I so believe in my work that I'm willing to hold on by my fingernails to take my passion in life and turn this into my work? And I held out. In 1989, thanks to the genius of a director by the name of Tim Burton, the first Batman movie was made. It broke every box office record. It was revolutionary. No one had seen anything like this at the time. And one of the studio execs who 10 years earlier had chased me out of his office called me and said, hey, Michael, congratulations on the success of Batman. I always knew you were a visionary. Now get the point though. If you don't believe them when they tell you how awful you are and how bad your work is, and if you then don't believe them when they start telling you how great you are and how wonderful your work is, you just believe in yourself, you'll do just fine. Well, now we are on the precipice of a new Batman movie, July 20th, another genius, Christopher Nolan, The Dark Knight Rises, the concluding chapter of Chris's trilogy. This man deserves all the credit and all the accolades. He actually has raised the bar for all comic book films. When you walk out of one of his pictures, you don't have to say, hey, that was a great comic book movie. You can actually say, that was a great film. And we're very, very, very excited about it. The twists and turns of life for me, the struggles, the 10 years, and then seeing this all come true. Well, I have to conclude by just pointing out a couple of things. I told you my dad was a stonemason. My dad loved what he did. He dropped out of high school at age 16 to help his family survive the Depression. My pop worked 6 days a week his whole life until he was in his 80s when he stopped working to take care of my mom when she took ill. My father got out of bed every morning before dawn, big smile on his face, couldn't wait to get to work. And when you grow up in a house like that, how can you not want that for yourself? How can you not, right here today, not want to wake up on a rainy Monday morning and be able to say, boy, I can't wait to get to work? So I worked for my dad in the summers. It was awful. We were tarring foundations in the heat, carrying bricks and cement, and I realized I had to figure out what my bricks and stones were. And my bricks and stones were comic books, Batman, and movies. It was my mom who said, once you make a commitment, you stick to it no matter what. Whether it's Little League and you didn't want to go back, you had an obligation to your team, you stuck to your commitment. There's a problem today. There seems to be way too much of a sense of entitlement out there. There's an awful lot of young people who seem to think the world is going to come to them and that the world owes them something. By the way, guys, that's your parents and grandparents clapping. But here's what I say to you. This is what I've learned on my journey through life. If you're one of the 10% willing to get up off your butt, get up off the couch, and go and try to make something happen for yourself, take your passion in life, whatever it is, make it into your work. Your competition's only 10% of the people. It's not 100% of the people. Your odds go way, way up. The Batman franchise was built on one thing. It was my bleeding knuckles, because what I had to do was go out and knock on doors, and they slammed in my face all the time. And the only thing I can promise you today, when you leave here today, doors will slam in your face. I guarantee it. When they do, you really only have two choices. You can go home and cry about it, or you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you go back and knock again, and not let frustration get to you. Bleeding knuckles. Imagine. I've been asked at a number of colleges, well, what about the magic of good timing? What about the magic of good luck? Well, you know what? If you are knocking on doors incessantly and keep going back and knocking again and again, at some point in time, you're going to be knocking on the right door at the right time. The magic is there is no magic. That is good luck. That is good timing. Well, my journey through life, one of my inspirations was a poem by Robert Frost. It was called The Road Not Taken. And I'd like to leave you today with just one verse from that poem. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you. Good luck, Westfield, you grads.
Dr. Uslan, thank you very much for being with us and sending forth the class of 2012 with such inspiring words. Now would Jennifer Marie Lamperti, Michael Patrick Brill, Samantha Marie Haig, and Danielle Baker of the class of 2012 please come to the podium. I am proud to introduce 4 students whose cumulative academic records have been unsurpassed in the class of 2012. This year's valedictorian of the class of 2012, who has received the highest institutional grade point average for a student in the day division with all coursework completed at Westfield, is Jennifer Marie Lamperti. Congratulations, Jennifer, on your remarkable achievement. This year we have a tie for salutatorian of the class of 2012. These two graduates received the second highest institutional grade point average in the day division, with all their coursework completed at Westfield. They are Michael Patrick Brill and Samantha Marie Hay. Congratulations, Michael and Samantha. Exceptional work. The recipient of the Dean's Award for Academic Excellence in Continuing Education has earned the highest institutional grade point average for undergraduates with at least 60 credits completed at Westfield in the Division of Graduate and Continuing Education. With a grade point average of 3.96, this year's Dean's Award winner is Danielle Baker. Congratulations, Danielle. Let's have another round of applause for these outstanding achievements. Today, 13 students have achieved the status of Commonwealth Honors Scholar, the highest academic honor in state higher education in Massachusetts. Commonwealth Honors Scholars complete a minimum of 4 honors courses with a B or better, maintain an overall 3.3 cumulative average, and complete a year-long 6-credit individually designed senior honors project. Would the Commonwealth Honors Scholars please stand? Congratulations to these students for their notable achievements. Would Signia Warner join us on the platform? Each year, members of the faculty nominate recently retired faculty and librarians for emeritus ranking. These nominees are then appointed by the President and Board of Trustees. Individuals who are so designated have taught at Westfield State University for at least 10 years and have a distinguished record of teaching, scholarship, and service. Please join me in congratulating this year's newly appointed Librarian Emerita, Signia Warner. We also wish to acknowledge Professor Gerald Healy, who is unable to be with us today. The Westfield State University Board of Trustees also honors retired staff members whose careers at Westfield State have been marked by distinguished and substantial achievement and service to the university. Would the following honorees please approach the stage? Cosette Cousineau, Communication Department. Mary Cronholm, Music Department. Robert Mayu, Media Services. And Christopher Olson, Facilities and Operations. We also wish to acknowledge Kenneth McGarrian and Nick Witowitz, who are unable to be with us today. Please join me in congratulating our staff emeriti. spring, a committee comprised of students, faculty, and administrators at Westfield State University review nominations for the John F. Nevins Outstanding Educator Award. Named after one of Westfield State University's consummate educators, the Nevins Award is an impressive and celebrated honor, which this year has been awarded to Professor Robert Rausch of the Movement Science Department. Please join me in congratulating this year's John F. Nevins Outstanding Educator, Professor Rausch. Would you stand and accept this appreciation of your service to Westfield and its students?
Congratulations to all those who are emeritus, all those who were given distinguished awards. We are now at the last part before we give degrees. And with all of your permission, I have the privilege as president to give a charge to the class. And so if I might, I'd like to speak directly to each member of the class of 2012 who completes one chapter of what I hope will be a lifelong relationship with Westfield State, and I thank all of you. You are the first class that I have taken in your first year all the way through graduation, so you are very special to me. You the class of 2012, really are an extended part of my family. Each of you has helped to shape this university. Each of you has been part of a time of historic change, a remarkable moment in this proud 173-year-old tradition. Each of you is special to Westfield State, and you're special to me. I wish for you every blessing, a life rooted in family and faith, days filled with challenge and the fulfillment of giving every ounce of yourself in noble causes and simple acts of kindness, security of health and self, and even more important, an immeasurable richness earned through service to others. I wish for you peace in your heart, but I do not wish for you complacency in your soul. For a liberal education should not only inform a disciplined and a rigorous mind, but should inspire an impatience with injustice, an unwillingness to accept that which is easy, that which is wrong, or that which is unworthy of civil society. To paraphrase Theodore Roosevelt, there's nothing worthy in achieving in a peaceful life when that peace is based upon lack of desire or failure of courage in the face of profound challenge. The only peace worth having is the inner peace, which comes to those who live life to its full measure. Those who see in life's challenges the opportunity to make a difference. Responsibility walks in close formation with the benefits of a liberal arts education. The great writer Dante tells us of a special place in hell for those who preserve their neutrality in times of moral crisis. You who are the most talented of your generation, you who are informed by the traditions of a liberal education, must not rest in the safe confines of indifference and moral neutrality. You must lead us. You must lead your community and your nation in an eloquent and unyielding battle for that which is good and right, and against that which is bad and is wrong. Yours must be the voices that cry out for human dignity. Yours must be the hands which lift high the human spirit. Yours must be the eyes that see the potential in every child. To do otherwise is to fall prey to what Cicero called culpable inactivity, a fate that is unworthy of you as sons and daughters of Westfield State and citizens of our great republic. It is your mandate, and it is because of who you are and what you have learned here that you cannot avoid it. And I hope that you will embrace it with a vigor and a joy that will define your life and inspire the lives of those around you. You must do so because you are the best hope of a world in need. You will succeed because I know you. You are outstanding young men and women. You are Westfield State University, and we are very proud of you. And as you leave this arena, the last time as an undergraduate, on this beautiful day, may the rest of your days be filled with nothing but blue skies and green lights. Good luck and Godspeed.
Good afternoon. I am Carlton Pickron, Vice President of Student Affairs. The officers of the class of 2012 and the officers of the Student Government Association will now receive their degrees. Diploma covers will be distributed by the advisor of the class of 2012, Amy Slahaka, Director of the Campus Center. Would the degree recipients proceed to the platform from my left? Professional photographers will be taking pictures of the individual graduates. President Dobell and Trustee Queenan. I have the honor of presenting to you the officers of the class of 2012 and the graduating officers of the Student Government Association. They have met the approved requirements for their degrees and have satisfied all other obligations to the university. Trustee Queenan, I move that you grant these students their respective degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State University, I hereby grant these officers the undergraduate degrees with all of the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Class of 2012 officers. Vice President Samantha A. Hopkins, summa cum laude. Treasurer Kara Schuhart, magna cum laude. Secretary Christina Lynn Gallo, summa cum laude. Historian Corey Aaron Hall. Publicity Coordinator Laura M. Corano, cum laude. Student Government Representative to the Alumni Association, Austin Nahazian Sahagian. Austin Nassim Sahagian. Representative to the Student Government Association, Brianna Kenhart. Representative to the Student Government Association, Danielle Morin, magna cum laude. Representative to the Student Government Association, Eric Thompson, magna cum laude. Student Government Association officers. Vice President of Academic Life, Anthony Izzo, magna cum laude. Executive Secretary, Krista Livingstone. Legislative Secretary, Amy Wing, cum laude. President Louis Semaglia. Student Trustee Ryan Mearsman, summa cum laude.
I would like to take a moment to recognize Ryan Gazda of Political Science and Kyle Cocoon of Criminal Justice. Ryan and Kyle are members of the class of 2012 who are studying in Krosno, Poland. They're unable to join us today because their semester does not end until next week. Now, with the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, please stand. Yes. Trustee Flynn, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. They have met the approved requirements for the degree and have satisfied all obligations to this university. I move, Trustee Flynn, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State University, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Arts, with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Would the Bachelor of Arts degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside ramps? Andrew Bonacci, our Dean of Faculty, will announce the names of the department chairs and faculty members who will read the names for their departments. The diploma covers are being presented by the senior class officers.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Art are Professor Keith Hollingworth and Professor Christina Swadan.
Mark Jones.
Amber Pasco, magna cum laude.
Justin Bergeron.
Amy Davis.
Randy Cruz.
Gregory McKim.
Allison Coughlin, cum laude.
Alvin Muniz.
Lisa Yoshisato White, cum laude.
Lillian Kuhl.
Caroline Pierce, magna cum laude.
Carissa Gonzalez, cum laude.
Yadira Garcia.
Andrea D'Arcangelo, cum laude.
Kimberly Greenhalgh, cum laude.
Brittany Norton, magna cum laude.
Taylor Murphy.
Sean Prairie.
Melissa Travers, magna cum laude.
Darcy Stahl, magna cum laude.
Desiree Spingler, cum laude.
Brian Larkin.
Rudy David.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Communication are Professor Tom Gardner, Chair, and Professor John Paulman.
Matt Palmer.
Oh, thank you. I think I give it.
Philip Du Bois, magna cum laude.
Jennifer DeRosio.
Sean Higgins.
Ryan Donovan.
Christopher Davis.
Catherine Talicio.
Christopher McDaniel, cum laude.
Erin Moran, magna cum laude.
Leo Williams.
Cassandra Shibarasi.
Andrew Richard.
Mary Nagelschmidt.
Taylor Jenks, cum laude.
Emily Ford.
Bradley Colandarella.
Kayla Smith. Great to see you.
Lauren Connolly, cum laude.
Emily Thompson.
Kayla Soulier, magna cum laude.
Allison Bennett, cum laude.
Emily Brody.
Anna Svediba, magna cum laude.
David McCutcheon, magna cum laude.
Sandra Sofin.
Samuel Ziegler.
Rachel LaRoe, cum laude.
Marissa Urel.
Vanessa Dion.
Sarah Scherer.
Brooke Ross.
Melissa Ulastowski.
Sarah Monzi, cum laude.
Nolan Wetherell, cum laude.
Amanda Kenny.
Brian Campbell.
Jacqueline Damaris, summa cum laude.
Timothy Gregg.
Christine Gilmain, magna cum laude.
Renee Mermina.
Daniel Walsh, magna cum laude.
Shelby Hall, cum laude.
Brett Garabedian.
Maggie Moriarty, summa cum laude.
Erin Messier.
Lauren Birch, summa cum laude.
Michael Driscoll.
Jamie Forrest, cum laude. Alexandra Elder, magna cum laude.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Ethnic and Gender Studies is Professor Margot Hennessy, Chair.
Ivan Antonio Ramsey. Chusat Paskin. Brian Palmer, magna cum laude. Natel Lewis. Alicia Gay. Janae Jackson. Brittany West, cum laude. Alicia Thomas, magna cum laude. Caitlin Anderstrom, magna cum laude. Cassandra Clark. Michelle Babineau, cum laude. Jill Pasha, cum laude. David Sizek, cum laude. Jessica Bartlett, cum laude. Gisele Mascaro. Milagros Rivera. Kaveh Kalaj.
Announcing the graduates for the Department of History are Professor Mark Abate, Chair, and Professor Kristen Clayton-Rees.
Anna Gover, magna cum laude.
Kyle Hatz Huntington.
Megan Kehoe, magna cum laude.
Kevin Wilkinson.
Samantha Gray, cum laude.
Teresa Lynch.
Luke Ryan,
Amber Coburn, cum laude.
Erin Elizabeth Amo,
Eric Flood, cum laude.
Ryan Shanley, cum laude.
Dustin Piccolo, magna cum laude.
Brady Zavisa, summa cum laude.
Jeremy Horton.
Robert Roy,
Kenneth Quinn, cum laude.
Alex Santamaria,
Anna Kubasik, magna cum laude.
Jamie Martin, cum laude.
Paul Buccini.
Kayla Martin,
Thomas Moriarty.
Thomas Willis,
Nathan Ciampini.
Daniel Harias, magna cum laude.
Justin Kai Burdick, magna cum laude.
Victor Bonilla,
Stephanie Desmond, cum laude.
Eric Von Hollander, magna cum laude.
Shane Hogan.
Paul Anthony,
Ryan Delosa.
Elisa Danner,
Karen Di Girolamo.
Joshua Almeida, cum laude.
Gina Lascala, magna cum laude.
Thomas Rondo, cum laude.
Blair Hermans.
Alexander Stebbins,
Michael Brell, summa cum laude.
Adam Haberman, William Story,
Announcing graduates for majors in liberal studies are Professor Enrique Morales Diaz, Chair, and Lori Simpson, Director of the Academic Advising Center.
Elizabeth Ferreira,
Veronica Perez Tyberski.
Marisa Sea,
Sasha Cansader.
Grace Santiago,
Mercedes Brown.
Dylan Scanlon,
James Bisakis.
Courtney Kelly,
Jessica Lieberman.
Aaron Sessions,
Crystal Rivera.
Kaylin Henderson,
Tara Tooney.
Justin Hansen,
Sandra Gusick.
Brittany Garand,
Keola Perry.
Jennifer Hines,
Sarah Shorey.
Joshua Hager,
Fong Lee.
Leah Signori,
Adam Cutter, summa cum laude.
Brandon Grover,
Ashley Lucier.
Nicholas Gale.
Tammy Shabowski.
Samuel Labonte.
Sarah Sergey.
Armand Hunter.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Mathematics are Professor Marcus Jakelin and Professor Brian Jennings.
Sarah Covalli, magna cum laude.
Heather Parker.
Jason Camp, cum laude.
Kelsey Irwin.
Stephen Tatro.
Christian White, magna cum laude.
April Gordon.
Eric Pollender.
Amanda Marsh.
John Hayden.
Jennifer Roger, magna cum laude.
Marina Batzanian, cum laude.
Stephen Walsh, summa cum laude.
Announcing the graduates for the Department of Music are Professor Mary Brown Bonacci and Professor Peter Koutsouridis.
Michael Mahoney.
Michael Kagan, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth Green, cum laude.
Ross Kaplan.
Devin Conlon, summa cum laude.
Jameson Goodwin.
Cassandra Brunel, cum laude.
Andrew Estes.
Sarah Houle.
Colin Jalbert.
Jenny Murphy, cum laude.
Kirsten Morin, summa cum laude. Diane Ferrulo, magna cum laude. Allison Delphia, magna cum laude. Richard Rosansky. Benjamin Twyford.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Political Science are Professor David Smales, Chair, and Professor Philip Zampini.
Tanya McKenzie.
John Caldarella.
Wendy Sinitrals.
Amber Stevens.
James Hay.
Alexander Vlasenko.
Maxwell Singer, cum laude.
Heather Peltier, cum laude.
Patrick Nelson.
Alex Keith, magna cum laude. Brian Lanciol, magna cum laude. Anthony Oberg, cum laude. Armin Vartanian, magna cum laude. Mark Pomerleau.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Psychology are Professor Lynn Shelley, Chair, and Professor Summer Williams.
Carlos Rivera, cum laude.
Brian Cipolletta, magna cum laude.
Amanda Benlin, cum laude.
Kara Bassett, magna cum laude.
Christine Caruso.
Kayla Raynaud, cum laude.
Elizabeth Halpin.
Danielle Cook.
Brittany Burrell.
Amanda Hero.
Chelsea Sylvester.
Cassandra Vorse.
Shauna Manning.
Laura Catino.
Nicole Layton.
Amanda Purchase.
Brooke Carney, magna
Stephanie-
cum laude.
Stephanie Peliquin.
Amy Foley, summa cum laude.
Amanda Brady, magna cum laude.
Sarah Wolshagler, magna cum laude.
Alexandria Quinones, cum laude.
Andrew Lucchesi, summa cum laude.
Carla Paul.
Craig Gallant.
Leonette Rivera.
Cassandra Camara.
Joellen Brosca.
Kristen Kinney.
Erica Brittle.
Callie Perkins.
Deborah Foston.
Nicole McLean, magna cum laude.
Chantel Watson.
Elena Duch, magna cum laude.
Jordan Ralph.
Alex Green, cum laude.
Nicole Gagnon, magna cum laude.
Lauren Rochelle, cum laude.
Catherine Kenny, cum laude.
Lindsay Burns.
Anthony Watt.
Colleen Sweeney.
Dylan McDonald.
Stephen Ayala.
Kristen Ross.
Robert Metzler, cum laude.
Anthony Picarello, cum laude.
Nicholas Kidwell.
Benjamin Coleman, cum laude.
Samantha Haig, summa cum laude.
Heidi Raymakers.
Heather Klein.
Samantha Galvin.
Aaron Keith, cum laude.
Nicole Leland, magna cum laude.
Katrina Reinholz.
Hillary Millett.
Michael Joliker.
Holly Menard.
Kylie Wilhoit.
Larissa Colby.
Christina Harris.
Lauren Gall.
Kristen Hines.
Ashlyn DeRoge.
Jillian Albert.
Luke L'Italian.
Kelly Salvador McAdam.
Steinhardt Renaud.
Bradford Kern. Christina Benton.
Announcing for the Department of Sociology is Professor Zengi Mangaliso, Chair.
Hansel Perez. Alicia Naub. Kimberly Benjamin, cum laude. Valenti Chulo. Courtney Godpalt. David Jolico. Krista Fuller. Michael Kendall. James Nelson, cum laude. Brian Radler.
Announcing graduates for majors in Spanish is Professor Kathleen McIntosh, Chair.
Paul LeMay. Aaron Rosario. Nicole DiPalato. Nicole Howard. Andrew Bollier. Heather Dragon. Tiffany Carter. Marissa Fulcino.
Announcing graduates for majors in theater arts is Professor Jack Shea.
Brittany Massey. Laura Fusco. Brian Scannell, cum laude.
Would the Bachelor of Science degree candidates please rise? Trustee Flynn, I have the honor of presenting to you these students for the degree of Bachelor of Science. They have met the approved requirements for this degree and have satisfied all other obligations to this university. I move, Trustee Flynn, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State University, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Would the Bachelor of Science degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside ramps?
Announcing graduates for the Bachelor of Science degree in athletic training is Professor Holly Noun, Chair in Movement Science.
Caitlin Y., magna cum laude. Jennifer Ladd, magna cum laude. Laura Poor, cum laude. Kelly Dixon. Alexandria Shaw, cum laude. Cassie Ty, cum laude. Ross Beck, cum laude. Timothy Concannon.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Biology are Professor Carl Grobe, Chair, and Professor Larry Hurd.
Brendan Mayhew.
Tiffany
Jessica
Case.
Aaron Flounder Ziancina.
Stephen Liptak, cum laude.
Crystal Brunette.
Jessica Barak.
John Delise Reyes.
Harley Briggs.
Aaron Marcelonis, magna cum laude.
Carrie Lehrberger.
Cassandra Santos, cum laude.
Marie Santola, cum laude.
Kristen Carmichael, cum laude.
Timothy Fontana.
Catherine Philbrick, cum laude.
Jeffrey Tuzio.
Aaron Most.
Kelly McGill.
Brittany Nelson.
Stephen Whippert, magna cum laude.
Kevin Atkinson, cum laude.
William D. Crawford III.
Isabel Pierre Louis. Jerica Sanchez. Jessica Applin.
Announcing graduates for the major in business management are Professor David Papuli, Chair, and Professor Denise Hughes.
Diliara Chilik, cum laude.
God Everett.
Melissa McGavin.
William Garner.
Carmen Marquez.
Peter Hogan.
Paris Ortiz.
Matt Kelly.
Brienne Scarborough, cum laude.
Madeline Tomich.
Deborah Falsetti, cum laude.
Kevin Hibbert.
Lisa Clark.
Michael Kopesinski.
Abigail Rodden.
Josh Severance.
Todd Pesqueta, cum laude. Danielle Samuelson.
Michael Capobianco.
Amanda Loveland, cum laude.
Nicole LaFlèche.
Dennis Whalen.
Medora Fersa.
Timothy O'Connell.
Kelly Minardi, cum laude.
William Keating.
Kayla Salvas.
Corey Tobin.
Juliana Keel, cum laude.
David Marks.
Cristo Secula.
Attilio Qualtieri.
Charlene Harnish, cum laude.
Sean Fay.
Chelsea LaFontaine, cum laude.
John Hughes.
Jessica O'Brien, magna cum laude.
Michael Deering, cum laude.
Christopher Dial.
Jonathan Vitale, cum laude.
Anthony Laramie.
Christopher Deering, magna cum laude.
Stefan Shabono.
Nicholas Green.
Matthew Sumner, cum laude.
Donald Anderson.
Thomas Mersua.
Brandon Castro.
Caitlin Barr.
Timothy Graves.
Christopher Gale.
Jason Alexander, cum laude.
Tyler Ahmed, cum laude.
Christopher Cook.
Hannah Shishla, cum laude.
Mark Glidden.
Yelena Osbeskaya.
Cole Baker, cum laude.
Arba Alebel.
Roman Shiliak.
Scott Aaron.
Jonathan Zuber.
Michael O'Sullivan, cum laude.
Patrick Combs.
Julia Sweeney.
Matthew Kelly.
Ryan Lumley.
Courtney Salerno.
Samuel Melanson.
Now Vong.
Ryan Stengo.
Lindsay Bertoldi, cum laude.
Joshua Rand.
Renee LeBlanc.
Radeni Kio.
Karen Doty, cum laude.
Christy Hamilton, cum laude.
Jill Martell, cum laude.
Nicole Raposo.
Rosalind Engelhart.
Veronica Tumavicas.
Lisa Gonell.
Alicia Zelelacas.
Jacob Schmauder.
Tiffany Christie, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Rogers.
Monica Racosti.
Jason Judge.
Andrea Marmesina.
Isaiah Dyer.
Christopher Lombardi.
Lucas Broman.
Jason Rosario.
Luke Howard.
Danielle Becker, summa cum laude.
Richard DeGeorgis.
Patrick Reagan.
Christopher Burrows, cum laude.
Jose Roman, cum laude.
Gregory Hosepian.
Kayla Jeanette.
Nicholas Sheehan.
Heather Young, magna cum laude.
Anthony Molino, magna cum laude.
Bridget Costello, cum laude.
Timothy Gibbons.
Caroline Elson.
Michelle Penny.
Kyle Yellen.
Sean Crocker.
Justin Atlante.
Chelsea Dakota, cum laude.
Ina Karcher.
Samantha Mason.
Vera Kluschik.
Alexandra Campoli.
Valerie Dantes.
Daniel Bernard, cum laude.
Michael McManus.
Aaron Johnson.
Joseph Clayton.
Anthony DeSabato.
Ann Petroni, cum laude.
William Del Rosario.
Danielle Duby, cum laude.
Anthony Shiverdecker, cum laude.
Lily Barron.
Mackenzie Rooney.
Daniel O'Keefe.
Alan Matheson, cum laude.
Mackenzie Cassidy.
Christopher Alfieri.
Jocelyn Greenland.
Michael Bidlack.
Christine Kapoor.
Announcing graduates for majors in chemistry is Professor Patrick Romano.
Gary Savoy, magna cum laude.
Brian Murdoff, summa cum laude. Jessica Dorian, magna cum laude. Joshua Blair, magna cum laude. Kara Neal, magna cum laude. Liz Pacheco.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Computer and Information Science is Professor Gupio Chung.
Heath Trudell. Brandon Opaka, cum laude. Elise Mayhew. Lee Nguyen. James Foster. Lincoln Kilby. Fong Lee. Corey Morgan. Andrew Dawson. Emmanuel Ortiz Alvarez. Justin Byer.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Criminal Justice are Professor Victor Oscalillo, Chair, and Professor Dan Price.
Kathleen Dwanowski, summa cum laude.
Christopher Smitty.
Caitlin Davis. Eric.
Karen Suka.
Eric.
Summa cum laude.
Eric Lane.
Stephanie Lassard.
Jennifer Lamperti, summa cum laude.
Richard Yvonne.
Paige Soshka, magna cum laude.
David Andre, magna cum laude.
April Marie Senkowski-Dudzinski.
Allison Teal.
Michael Perry.
John Lannon.
Robert Wyckoff.
Charles Creighton.
Stephen Kazalauskas, magna cum laude.
Julia Minahan, cum laude.
Allison Tiedemann.
John Loftus.
Christina Skeffington.
Alicia Nurse.
Jacqueline Pero.
Jessica Causland, cum laude.
Stephen Levitt.
Letitia Crispo.
James Bell.
Amanda McCarthy.
Ryan Kularski.
Marcus Morrell.
Kevin Collette.
Adam Morrell.
Brian Mandeville.
Corey Hamill.
Jackie Chapalonis. Hey.
Philip Lessenby.
Casey Egan.
Cum laude. Christopher McCool, cum laude.
Chelsea Robinson.
Brenton Bell.
Crystal Targic.
Thomas Lesser.
Jeffrey Arena.
Adam Charbonneau, cum laude.
Brian Sklut.
James Robeson.
Christina Love, cum laude.
Kevin Gallant.
Ryan Scott.
Kevin Skinner, magna cum laude.
Thomas Herzig.
Zachary Hastings.
Michael Mahoney.
Kyle Ye, cum laude.
Kyle Bison.
Andrew Holsey.
Alex Swanson.
David Burns, magna cum laude.
Ben Pulio.
Janelle Rapucci, magna cum laude.
Stephanie White.
Jonathan Stearns.
Kayla Snyder, cum laude.
Ryan Murphy, cum laude.
Daniel Wood, cum laude.
Jason Alexander.
Garrett Citarella, magna cum laude.
Christian Fiddick, cum laude.
Christopher Knapp.
Lieutenant Kyle Garceau, cum laude.
Stephen Loglisi, magna cum laude.
Jake Murphy.
Daniel Geiger.
Delangeli Medina.
Yvonne Gonzalez.
Ashley Preston.
Jeffrey Rucolet.
Anna Rosa Carollo.
Tyler Humphrey.
Christopher Pizarro.
Michael Danick, cum laude.
Jessica Pendleton, cum laude.
Nicholas Post.
Angela Ruiz, cum laude.
Justin Delaney, magna cum laude.
Melinda Brown.
Michael Ippoliti.
Amanda Getchell, cum laude.
Chad Howell.
Ryan O'Connell.
Aaron Komu.
Griffin Farley, cum laude.
Andrew Hernandez.
Brian Hartman, cum laude.
Kenneth Belbin.
Max Clark.
Richard Odell, cum laude.
Stephen Davis, cum laude.
Shannon Hiru.
Christopher Landry.
Patrick Mahar.
Tyler Dow.
Andrew Mertiaski.
John Flynn, magna cum laude.
Brian Betters.
Corey Carbone, cum laude.
Robert Davis, magna cum laude.
Daniel Lawler.
Anthony Lazat.
Robert Amendola, cum laude.
Patrick Danahay, summa cum laude.
Greg Toner, cum laude.
Andrew Stacey, cum laude.
Matthew Shea.
Edward Henderson, cum laude.
Michael M. Kunis, cum laude.
Amy Tanguay.
Justin Conley, cum laude.
Megan O'Connor, cum laude.
Matthew Mahoney.
Samantha Sigmund.
Sean Noonan.
Melissa St. Ange, magna cum laude.
Daniel Perry, cum laude.
Yesenia Fuentes.
Kyle Rassicot, cum laude.
Jillian Deliago.
Michael Vinceski.
Serge Pesarenko. Jennifer Cutter, magna cum laude. Alicia McGrath. Sean Milliken. Peter Richardson. Brian Weber. Patrick Lyons, cum laude. Timothy Parsons.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Environmental Sciences, Professor Michael Vorwerk, Chair, and Professor Dave Christensen.
Jesse Seibold.
Dylan Wood. Dylan
Gabe
Wood.
Siegel.
Dylan Wood.
David Root.
Hillary Adams.
Patrick Desmond.
Amy Clark, cum laude.
Eric Kaika.
Thomas Mills.
Jeremy McKinstry.
Michael Ray, magna cum laude.
Announcing graduates for majors in general science is Professor Frank Giuliano, Chair.
Corinne Glennie, summa cum laude. Cassandra Gore.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Movement Science, Sports and Leisure Studies are Professor Teresa Fitz and Professor Mary Ellen Watson.
Lisa Policelli.
Alicia Marie Maffio.
Ryan Hester, magna cum laude.
Liana Ash, cum laude.
Stephanie Gerard.
Justin Dallin Roffenschofer, magna cum laude.
Katie Trokey.
Michael David Nadro.
Hadley Santos, cum
Justin
laude.
Brown Dennis.
Megan Burkowski.
Erin Catherine Bates.
Patrick Hopewell.
Daniel Theodore Corpita.
Suzanne Watkins.
Michael Casey Schmick, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Tormay, cum laude.
Matthew Paul Bazinet, cum laude.
Thomas Van Langen.
Timon Anthony Muska.
Robert Purvis.
Benjamin Senecal, magna cum laude.
James Signa.
Andrea Teresa Green, cum laude.
David Conte.
Michael Andrew Clark, cum laude.
Allison Patine.
Patrick Joseph Russell.
Jared Nykiel, cum laude.
Keith Philip Bateman.
Matthew Murphy.
Jason Allen Grimard, cum laude.
Rachel Shield, magna cum laude.
Leah Nicole Hantman, cum laude.
Trisha Manzaro, cum laude.
Danielle Lee Croak, magna cum laude.
Aaron Antonino.
Nicolina Ann Kobolinsky.
Melissa Skomsky.
Marissa Jean Bonito, summa cum laude.
Amy Weinset, magna cum laude.
Jonathan Richard Joyce, magna cum laude.
Rebecca O'Connell, cum laude.
Teresa Canuel, cum laude.
Alexander Haggerty, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Knightley.
Stephanie Obie.
Michael Malloy.
Krista Murphy, magna cum laude. Ryan Malone. Lisa Fishman. Alicia Zwanig. Kimberly Smith. Agnishika Wasilik. Cum laude.
Announcing graduates for the Department of Geography and Regional Planning are Professor Stephanie Kelly and Professor Brian Kahns.
Kimberly Burlingame, summa cum laude.
Asia Wood.
Elizabeth Abate, magna cum laude.
Leah Visconti, cum laude.
Joshua Florence, cum laude.
Saha Cappy.
Lincoln Blackie, magna cum laude.
Tommy Abrazizi, cum laude.
Robert Raymond, cum laude.
Jonathan Derodi.
Dylan Walker, magna cum laude.
Kevin Denault. Tara Gehring, magna cum laude.
Would the Bachelor of Science in Education candidates please rise? Trustee Flynn, I have the honor to present these students for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education. They have met the approved requirements for the degree and have satisfied all other obligations to this university. I move, Trustee Flynn, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State University, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Would the Bachelor of Science in Education degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside ramps?
Announcing graduates for the Department of Education is Professor Sandy Berkowitz, Chair, and Professor Lolly Templeton.
Anna Hutchinson, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Megan McNamara, elementary education.
Jessica Orlando, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Allie Burns, elementary education, cum laude.
Gregory Hager, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Ashley Sliwa, elementary education, cum laude.
Stephanie Bedard, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Jennifer Lalonde, early childhood education, cum laude.
Kristen Coughlin, early childhood education, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Russell, early childhood education.
Jessica Harriman, early childhood education, cum laude.
Caitlin Nielsen, elementary education, cum laude.
Melissa Lacombe, early childhood education, magna cum laude.
Christine Reedy, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Christy Lesperance, special education, summa cum laude.
Christina Tomasetti, special education, magna cum laude.
Emily Polizzi, elementary education.
Megan Petty, special education, cum laude.
Amanda Bolduc, elementary education.
Stacy Colella, special education.
Lauren DiNocenzo, elementary education.
Ashley Kulik, elementary education, cum laude.
Alexandria Courage, elementary education, cum laude.
Madison Farrell, elementary education.
Liza Sokolowski, early childhood education, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Saba, elementary education, cum laude.
Caitlin Smith, special education.
Rachel Baptiste, elementary education.
James Eunice, elementary education.
Michelle LaRoche, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Nicole Splaz, elementary education.
Greg Mitchell, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Chloe Johnson, early childhood education.
Christine Logan, elementary education.
Lindsay Davis, elementary education, cum laude.
Melanie Council, special education.
Regan Seifel, elementary education, cum laude.
Maureen Sheldon, elementary education.
Brittany O'Neill, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Callie Tingley, elementary education, cum laude.
Bethany Ricky, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Ashley Markworth, early childhood education.
Christina Albano, elementary education.
Jessica Thistle, elementary education, cum laude.
Joelle Drisdell, elementary education. Emily Tebow, elementary education, cum laude.
Rebecca Adams, elementary education, cum laude.
Kelly O'Connor, elementary education, cum laude.
Elizabeth Boland, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Nicole Howell, early childhood education, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Cloys, elementary education.
Siobhan Daly, special education, magna cum laude.
Jacqueline Burbine, special education.
Veronica Deneen, early childhood education.
Kristen Shaw, elementary education.
Ryan Loring, special education.
Jessica Barron, elementary education, cum laude.
Heather Jensen, elementary education, cum laude.
Kendra Brackett, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Sana Bowen, early childhood education.
Jacqueline Casey, special education, cum laude.
Sarah Vanaskas, elementary education, cum laude.
Amy DeGrassa, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Lynn Arsenault, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Sharon Fortune, elementary education, cum laude.
Samantha Magnell, elementary education.
Catherine Moriarty, elementary education, cum laude.
Caroline Kelly, elementary education, summa cum laude.
Lena Harris, special education.
Kelly Penny, early childhood education, cum laude.
Jessica Gould, early childhood education.
Danielle Metzler, elementary education.
Jennifer Lyon, early childhood education.
Meredith Beauregard, early childhood education, cum laude.
Jenna Raffaello, elementary education.
Lisa Starowski, special education, magna cum laude.
Jordan Carlotto, elementary education.
Jennifer Morrison, special education, summa cum laude.
Kayla Kaiser, early childhood education, cum laude.
Elizabeth Slattery, elementary education, cum laude.
Samantha Orzakowski, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Kelly Murphy, early childhood education.
Jessica Kingsbury Jandela, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Amanda Lane, elementary education, cum laude.
Courtney Barato, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Kristen Lewis, early childhood education.
Laura Toomey, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Christine Lucia, early childhood education, cum laude.
Amanda Blanchard, elementary education.
Stephanie Hayes, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Melissa Potter, early childhood education, cum laude.
Lauren Pandolfi, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Andrew Valiant, special education, cum laude.
Megan Martineau, early childhood education, cum laude.
Jacqueline Ayer, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Lisa Rourke, elementary education.
Emily Erzik, elementary education.
Catherine Craver, elementary education, magna cum laude.
Kelly Ann Green, early childhood education.
Lisa Pease, early childhood education.
Ashley Bernardos, early childhood education, cum laude.
Jillian Fedora, magna cum laude, special education.
Megan Levesque, early childhood education.
Samantha Maxwell, special education, cum laude.
Alyssa Esposito, early childhood education. Melanie LaPrade, Early Childhood Education.
John Drum, Elementary Education, cum laude.
Lauren Varellis, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Jennifer Reether, Early Childhood Education. Anna Pastersik, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Caitlin Ferdima, Early Childhood Education. Jacqueline De Silva, Early Childhood Education.
Would the Bachelor of Social Work candidates please rise? Trustee Flynn, I have the honor to present these students for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. They have met the approved requirements for the degree and have satisfied all other obligations to this university. I move, Trustee Flynn, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Social Work.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State University, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Social Work with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Would the Bachelor of Social Work degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside ramp?
Announcing graduates for the Department of Social Work is Professor Nora Padikula and Professor Ziblin Abukari.
Brittany Smith, magna cum laude.
Teresa McCallion.
Stephen Fanolis.
Alison Fodi.
Jaime Perez Aponte, cum laude.
Caitlin Eli.
Peter Boswell.
Amanda Polly. Cum laude.
Melissa Soares.
Molly McGuire.
Sarah Kalinsky.
Elizabeth Duvall.
Elizabeth Bertone.
Eliza Moore.
Samantha Greenberg.
Emily Winslow.
Brittany Forgione, cum laude.
Shelby Terrell.
Kristen Hartung.
Brienne Peterson. Aisha Torres. Tanisha Burton. Cum laude. Melissa Scott. Cum laude. Samuel Tyson. Shauna Potter.
Ladies and gentlemen, would the graduates rise?
the class of 2012. If you would now join in the singing of the Westfield alma mater led by Professor Mary Brown Bonacci of our Department of Music. We will now have the Grand Marshal, Professor Pilber, will lead us in the recessional. A reptional and the concourse will follow immediately. This concludes the 173rd commencement exercises. If you would be kind enough just to remain in your seats as the platform party proceeds. Thank you. Congratulations.